Death by lawnmower. Hello, my name is Eva and welcome to Jones Moans. If you've watched any of my videos to date, thank you. If you've watched my videos and thought, oh my word, are you up your own backside or what, you may want to switch off now. Today I have been concentrating on Hawaii. I'm now going to start a new playlist on Brexit. Brexit that was voted on nearly 7 years ago, Brexit that has still not been done, Brexit that is in the hands of people who don't know what they're talking about. How many Prime Ministers does it take to get Brexit done? That's not a joke, I was just wondering. I lived in Shotley in Suffolk opposite the church. There are 2 war grave cemeteries near the church. And sometime around 2005, the maintenance contract for the war graves came up and I was asked if I'd like to put a quote in for the contract. I was still working at BT, so I would need to employ people to carry out the work. I knew the people I could get to do the work, I just needed to do the quote and then hand the work over to them. I had a bit of horticultural experience. I could also do business admin. I put a quote in and got the contract. It may be that I'm knocking 60, that I have a different work ethic to others. I had my first job when I was 13 and a small business when I was 15. The point of working is that you earn money to pay for stuff you need. If you work hard and earn more than you need, you can have a party. Employing others means you have responsibility for them. Any job must be stable and have a future. If you can't offer that, then you're not going to get people to play their part when they work for you. The CWGC, the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, carry out their own free training for new contractors to make sure the cemeteries are kept weed-free and tidy. When I put my quote into the CWGC, I allowed a bit of padding for other training. We had Otley College just up the road and they provided lots of horticultural courses. The chap from the CWGC, who was my main contact, asked if I could provide a health and safety H&S policy. I'd already included in my quote insurance and training for any employees, and I thought if I've done all that I shouldn't need much more paperwork. I asked him what info he needed on the health and safety policy. He didn't know. He just said it was EU regulations. I asked if I could have a copy of someone else's health and safety policy so I could use it as a template. He said the EU regulation had just been introduced, so their health and safety policies didn't exist at the War Graves Commission. I then went into pedant mode. Has there been a rising number of deaths by lawnmower to justify this? And he just said, we need a health and safety policy. So I downloaded one for BT field engineers and edited it. And I deleted any reference to BT kit and added things like lawnmowers and strimmers. I emailed it to the War Graves man. I doubt if he understood the contents, but he approved it. It's likely that my health and safety policy is still being used by the CWGC, so let's hope there's not been a rise in deaths by lawnmower since then. People who manage businesses and have a health and safety policy could just mean they're good at bureaucracy. It doesn't follow that they are worried about the health and safety of their employees. Organisations asking for contractors to have health and safety policies do so because they have to. It doesn't automatically mean they are worried about the health and safety of contractors. Governments who insist on regulating using policies need to think about risk assessments. What is the likelihood of death by lawnmower? Governments like the UK need to think about the overheads of having irrelevant regulations imposed on them by a higher body like the EU, the European Union. Would people in Brussels have any idea how difficult it would be to cause a death by a lawnmower? Death by lawnmower is not a challenging target, it's just an attention-grabbing headline. Thank you for watching.